Greetings YouTube. So I'm on the train right now, I'm about to head back to Canterbury. I've just been in Welling for a send-off for a friend who's going away to Australia. And it was a fun night. Unfortunately I didn't get any footage, but then, do you really want to see that? Really? I've got some stories to tell, so I'm going to do them in a moment, but I'm going to first get back into Canterbury. So back in the non-HD world, and I've had a convenient change of clothing. So as I said, I was up in Welling. Now that is spelt W-E-L-W-Y-N, which can obviously be mistaken for Well-Win, and I fell out for it. I was up there to do a farewell for a friend who's going away to Australia for 8 months, and I wish you all the best. If you're watching this right now, I think you're going to have a fantastic time, and I really envy you. Australia, you may be getting one of our best people, but when it comes to time for her to return home, don't start a war. Once the morning came, I was up and we went into town, and I went to check out John Lewis, and one of the things that they had there was these awesome collection of giant Lego blocks. And what's the one thing you should do when you shouldn't really be spending money except on food and bits? That's right, you buy them! This is just freaking awesome. I mean, look at the size of that Lego head. It's awesome. And the best bit is, look, you can build things up. I'm so totally going to have a Lego castle built one day. I just need about 94 more pieces, so if you could send them, I will give you an address or something. This is just freaking awesome. And the top comes off as well. It's like, it's a storage, and it's just too awesome. To build things or not to build things? To build things, of course. Lego Face approves of this situation. Once the awesome purchases were made, it was off to London, and I did my Agent of Time thing where I was wandering around and checking out the local sights and scenes. I originally did plan to see the Doctor Who expedition, but it was a little bit out of my way and I really couldn't put much time into it. Also because of awesome Lego block things that are right here, I couldn't do much. So anyway, I went through London and I went to Covent Garden, where they had a really amazing surprise there, where you had an orchestral set of 6 stringed instruments. I'm just going to call it a string quartet plus 2. Absolutely fantastic. The atmosphere was brilliant, music was spectacular, and I've got to give major kudos to the girl who was playing the cello with no real support. It was balancing on her neck and just awesomeness. There was a guy who was doing a sort of a circus type performance where he was relatively funny in his own rights at times, but he really did drag on a little bit, and eventually once the drunk people start shouting "get on with the show," you know it's gonna be one of those situations where it's just not working. But I gotta give major kudos, because not many people can be balancing on a loose piece of rope and juggle knives at the same time. I give major kudos to that. Unfortunately, this is where bits get boring because I just end up relaxing down and then watching Doctor Who. Although that part is awesome, relatively a little bit boring. The episode was not, by the way. Doctor Who was awesome, Doctor Who was awesome. I'm not going to spoil it, but Doctor Who was awesome. I think the one thing I have to say about my friend who's going away travelling is that I will miss her. But she's one of those awesome people that when she went away last time, she was able to stay in touch, and it just shows that if you've got really good friendships, then no matter how far the distance is, you're always going to be close to them. And that's why I feel the greatest fortune of having some of the best friends in the world. I just absolutely love my friends. And while it's sad to see them part ways for selfish reasons, I am selflessly happy for them because they get to do the things they want. And that's what I always feel happy about them, that they're happy to do their own thing. I hope you've all been having a good Saturday. I'm sorry if this one's a bit boring in comparison to some others, but I wanted to do a quick blog session for this one as a nice way to end the VEDA. I'll be back soon, so I hope you all have a nice day and take it easy. Well, VEDA Plus 1 is now over, and I must say it's been quite a fantastic experience. I feel proud because of the connections and the friendships I've built from it, and also just the helping and understanding of how a schedule works, but also that so much effort can go into a video, whether it's in a day or in less time than that. Don't expect a video from me during the next week, as I just have post VEDA Plus 1 chill down this. In the meantime, I'd like to hear some feedback from you about how the VEDA Plus 1 has been for you. Like, is there any bits that you liked about it, any segments? I know the elephant's very popular, he's definitely going to be returning for certain. I'll put the YouTube moderator on as well, so you can actually post things that you like. but just generally, what aspects would you like to see continue on from this VEDA Plus 1? I originally had a couple of ideas that I wanted to put out, but they take a bit more longer to do, and I wanted to make sure that they came out better as well. So there are some good stuff coming in the future, that's a guarantee. But I want to say also, thank you for the major support that you've given me throughout this VEDA Plus 1, and I will be looking to return back to a normal schedule very soon.